Hi guys, Natasha with Natasha'Scrapbookorner, and today I'm coming to you with miniature that I created for Leonie, who is my patient for paper here on YouTube. I wanted to do the miniatures for a long time, and it's my, I do believe, second miniature that I created. The first one was the swing Despicable Me for Linda Face Chick 77, and I actually found the miniature picture of the miniature that was on the Pinterest or somewhere, and it was absolutely beautiful, and I printed out those pictures, and that's what was my basic inspiration. And I almost didn't want to, absolutely the same, but in the products that I could find in local craft stores. So the base for this seam is the spinning form, so it actually spins. The base for I can't talk. It's Lazy Susan from the Bed Bath and Beyond. The smallest one that I can find, and I asked my honey, the edges would come out a little bit, so I asked my honey to trim it straight to the edges, because that's the diameter of the box that where it goes into. So I cannot build bigger because it's not gonna fit, and I want it to be representable in the box. So basically it's the outside scenery, and I used the chipboard to create this wall background, and I adhere the paper on it, the natural wood color, and then I just went with the gesso over it, and did some brick texture in there. Let me zoom in. Inside, so okay, then for the sign, which is the passion for paper, I used half of the die cut, the Sizzix Tim Holtz die with a hanging sign, so I just cut the rest of it, and I used just first part and adhere that in here. And then I used one of the Sizzix dies with the swirls, and I fuzzy cut the sign, and I printed it on the printer. I printed it on the sheet of paper in the printer with the word My Passion twice, and then I just ran it through the die cut. Okay, so the side of the wall here, it is actual white foam, regular white foam, and I added the texture to it with the modeling paste, and I touched up with a rub and buff, just rub it in, and then for this side of the backyard, this particular piece is the miniatures that you can find at Hobby Lobby or Michael's, and this is the whole set of flowers with the grass. It came from, it's already made up piece, but on the background right there next to the wall, it is actually the dried sticker from the Hobby Lobby, those dry flowers, and I just adhere them in there and put some recollection flowers in there as a bloomers. Okay, so for the walkway, I put generous amount of E6000 and just sprinkled a small bag of stones that I purchased at craft stores, and let it dry for for a night, for a good amount of time. Then if you will take a look, let's say that awning on the doorway, I actually found you can use the styrofoam circle and cut it in half, but I found the chipboard cupcake form with the lid that comes off, so I used that. So in my case it is a chipboard to create this effect of the strings, like the metal strings that originally, that how they do the coves over. I put the twine, the recollection twine, adhered those couple strings, and then I just adhered the pink satin fabric and secured all seams all inside. But before I asked Masha, who was visiting with me, to sew the words "My Passion." So this is the name of the shop, My Passion. So we drew free on the paper the word My Passion. We applied, we kind of laid it over our awning here to see if that's the right size, and then I just layered it on the fabric and pin the paper to the fabric, and just stitched with the twine over through both layers, paper and fabric, and then you just basically tear the paper off. That's how I I didn't write the name on the paper on the fabric, so that's how I did the kind of like stenciling. So, and Masha was kind enough to sew those, to stitch them. And I used, to finish the edge, I used the trim. That is the Hobby Lobby trim. Now that you can find Hobby Lobby, really cute. So that's the awning. Let's do the wall, okay, and then we'll get back to the bike. So underneath in there, let me try to zoom in even more. Right in there under the window, I used those dried flowers. Sorry, trying to take the ribbons away. Those dry flowers, that's the stickers from Hobby Lobby. So, and again, you see small recollection white flowers. I just added them as a bloomers, and I created kind of like a little gazon in there, and you see I put the breaks around like you would, do the gazon. And for the base of the main base, I used just basic brown paper, regular brown paper, and I ran it through the brick embossing folder. Not sure if you can see. Let me bring it in here. And that did my brick. Okay, so let's swing in here. So we're still on the wall. The window treatment is just basic chipboard that painted and adhered. This flower on the window in the pot, it's made miniature flower in the pot. This side of the gazon, this is one of the charms that you can find in Hobby Lobby. And there was the set of these pots, miniature pots, which I tucked in these dry flowers, and those are stickers. What I did, I bought 2 of each dried flower stickers, and I glued them back to back, and that created my full bouquet in here. Okay, so basically that's it for the construction. On the top, let me zoom out a little bit. On the top, if you can see all along the whole structure, I just added the moss and some stones that I use on the lower level here, and I just adhere one piece at a time with the E6000. Okay, so and the bike I picked up in one of the craft stores, either Hobby Lobby or Michael's, I'm not sure. And I already knew that I want to do this scenery. I already found the picture at that time, so when I saw the bike, it was not a question buy it or not, and it was waiting for the right time, and there it is. So basically that's purchased bike. I didn't do anything, it came in black metal, and I just loaded with the stuff. Okay, on the back plate, where usually you would put the basket or something, I put the Scrabbles paper, and I rolled a little bit snippets of paper, and each one was wrapped in twine, and I adhere them all over. And the back of the Scrabbles, I used the burlap paper, and I just adhere the backing, so all the backing it has a burlap paper, so it will cover it, because usually on Scrabbles you can see the magnets, so I didn't want to see the magnets. This is 4, and here is this dingle heart, and those hearts came from the Michael's collection. So I used them all, and I used the twine, and I created a little bow using the little ribbons here and there. And in the front basket, I put the package, the miniature package. Oh, the bottom, the bottom of the basket, I adhered that burlap paper on the bottom and on the back, creating the bottom, because it was like fall through all the way through. So then I put the package, and there was one package in here I forgot to mention, and those are miniatures that you can buy already, pre-made miniatures, and they had the envelopes as well in that package, so that made my job much easier. And I put the pot with the little sunflowers in here, just for Parisian, type of look. So this is the front of the shop, and it is my passion, and it reads for paper. Sorry, Leonie couldn't name it my passion for coffee or or cupcakes or bakery or something like that, which is actually this shop is all about. It's kind of like bakery. The side of the Lazy Susan, I adhered the washi tape that you can find in my shop, and that trim that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. So this is the front of the shop. Let me, ooh, the other way, sorry. And so let me spin you. This is the back. That's inside the shop, actually. That's inside the shop. And it's quite simple. Okay. The bottom, the floor, I actually purchased from Hobby Lobby. It's original floor because I couldn't find the paper. I wanted that type of floor, with that little black dot. So it's so Parisian to me. So I wanted that type of floor, and I found it in a big plastic sheet in a section for the doll houses. So that's where I got all my stuff. And the metal furniture, the table and the chair, they were purchased at the same place where the bike was purchased. They're the same brand. And here is the package, the miniature package that came from the front one. The tablecloth, it's actually recycled hankies that my husband was throwing away. He's like, I'm not using hankies, therefore I was like, oh, no, I can use so and all the miniatures that you can see, the coffee cup, well, now I can zoom in probably, the coffee cup with the coffee, a little cake, and the cookies, and the little teddy. It's all made miniatures. I didn't make them. Okay, while we are on the scenery on the back in here, that's the window from inside. I had the scraps of the lace that I used on the snow globe, and that was the perfect size for the window treatment. So I used that in here, and you can see the flower pot, and that was manufactured miniatures. And so I made the furniture piece out of chipboard, and adhered the paper and distressed it, and the piece with the baked apples is made. The 2 jars that I purchased, and I just poured in there some bling in there, like pearls, and sealed them. And those mini sets of teacups and dishes you can find in my store, because I really love teacups and tea and stuff like that. Okay, what else? On that side of the store, you can see the coffee bag and the bamboo gum machine. And for the wall, there is 2 layers of the paper. The stripe one, like Victoria's Secret one kind of print. on the background, and then this is the vellum piece with the roses on it, so see-through. So it kind of gave me what I was looking for, because the pink on the paper itself was really bright, and I wanted to dull it a little bit, and when you put in the vellum on top, it actually dulls it quite well. So that was really good find. And the door, I used some trim on the door, and I used some trim on top, and it's all Hobby Lobby rolls. Okay, the deco rolls from Hobby Lobby. And I already knew I was shopping specifically for this miniature. That's why you see everything fits so perfect. So I actually spent quite a bit of money to, for supplies, but I wanted to do the miniature so bad. And those are the Prima tiles, and unfortunately I don't have them with me, but those are Prima tiles. And I really like the clock. I actually was looking for a clock in the miniatures, but I couldn't find them, and the Prima tile had that clock, and it was perfect. And then this is come from another collection of Prima, but it says something, this is the best part of my day, and there is a little, kind of like in a hat, little girl sitting in there, and it looks really Parisian. So yeah, I guess that's it. So much work and not so much to talk about. So this is the yeah, this is my miniature for Leonie. I wish someone would make one for me. So I really enjoyed making that miniature. Absolutely beautiful. So I hope you guys like it. I hope, Leonie, you like it, and stay tuned for the pictures. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you later.